Good evening, fans of Rando, and welcome to another presentation of the Survivors of Hyrule tournament. And we got a match between Homewrecker and Khaemere and some Influkeys. I am Talon116, joined in the booth by Arya Stark. How's it going?
It's going all right, Talon. How are you today?
I'm fat, but I'm happy, so we're doing all right.
Yeah, as you said, this is, I think, pretty much the last day of the first week of Survivors of Hyrule, and for these two teams, they've each had a player win a match, so they guaranteed not being eliminated, but sending at least a second person into the second week is definitely helpful.
Yeah, for those who may be watching and don't know, so this tournament is a little different than most. So think of a big group stage where all the teams are just kind of fighting all at once. And the idea is to have a representative of your team make it to one of the last two teams represented. So if you get knocked out, but your team survives, you're not necessarily over with. And here we go.
Immediate ice big for Khaemere, and as you noted, the mode here, Influkeys, inverted key sanity, with a starting activated flute, which is pretty darn nice quality of life item. Homewrecker's already in the mire area. I'm stunned and dead.
Yes, this mode.
Sorry. No, you go.
So this mode, having the activated flute, gives us a little more diversity chances in the early game, especially considering it's inverted. And then, oh, nice hammer. And okay, just give him a pearl. Just give him a pearl. Okay. The most okay. Settle down.
Yeah, Khaemere rewarded for setting up that tree pull. Getting ample amount of bombs and very richly rewarded in Hype Cave.
Yeah. So, not only does the activated flute give us some ability to run around a little bit easier in inverted, but also with having the keys shuffled, you hopefully will not get shoved into a boss fight early that you just don't want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm noted for not really being a huge fan of inverted primarily for that reason. But of all the inverted modes, this one by far is one that I do enjoy way more than most of the standard fare.
Yeah, that starting flute being activated and being able to be used in the Dark World means we can do things like Wave of Gloves, so we can go to Catfish early if we want with an easy flute to 2. Knock that obscure trick out, you can flute right into Thieves Town here. You can easily get to 5 and go to the pod area pyramid if you want to. So plenty of options. Go right up to the mountain if you really feel froggy.
Oh hey, there's that medallion to get into Mire. And so sword shows up.
I just want to see him have like a sword and a hook really early, and just it'll be like Homewrecker's favorite day of the week. Required Mire at like 5 minutes.
Just gotta find some magic at that point.
The game cares not if you have magic. That is your problem.
That's true. Khaemere's found 2 medallions and 2 checks. Can he make it 3 for 3?
Yeah, you still have another shot home. There you go. So we have Homewrecker going through the archery game, trying to bag up some money to do, I assume, at least the dig game, and then maybe go to pod. I think I've seen at least one small key already.
Yep. Oh, fire rod. Okay, game. No shortage of items early on, that's for sure. And as you noted at the outset, Daniel, this is a different format than a lot of typical tournaments that we see. Homewrecker is on Doc's Birthday Brigade, which is 1 and 2 thus far. Dr. Earworm, the team captain, has won his match. Khaemere is on Hyruledivers 2 Super Branch Division, which is currently 1 and 1. Ricky of Kokiri just won to get them on the board, and another teammate, Amerith, is playing right now as well.
All right, well, let's just go to Light World.
Okay. No shortage of things to do now.
Yeah, inverted. It's kind of a two-part game at this point. It's just, you know, get yourself into the Light World, and then how efficiently and fast can you do the one huge loop to your checks and figure out where you want to go. Nice inverted with your Light World in like a minute if you just go to Hype Cave and then go to Stumpy.
Yeah, seriously. I'd say the one valuable thing that Khaemere has, or at least make things easier on himself, is that Home doesn't, is the Fire Rod. Those medallions probably won't prove too important early on. But
Yeah,
having the fire stores is nice.
Yeah, that fire source is incredibly nice, especially if they get access to some stuff later. But even if they want to just go into Hyrule Castle, which I know it inverted is but having just that strong ranged weapon will help if nothing else. Mini Moldorms with a hammer, no problem.
Yeah, 3 hearts, blue, 3 hearts, green mail, 2 bombs. Alright. Can you get them together? Oh, nice.
Wow. Never
Still has a bomb left. It's going to be rewarded with all sorts of great stuff, I'm sure. Yep.
Okay, so Mini Moldorm Cave and Hype Cave just switched spots apparently, because that was terrible.
Well, we have a raid from another one of our members of our team in Survivors of Hyrule. Average Frustrated Gamer, welcome on in. AFG. Khaemere and Homewrecker are playing Influkeys and are already in the Light World.
And Khaemere showing us the difficulty of the hammer hitbox in Mini Moldorm Cave takes a death. See if that changes their route at all.
And when you're in a spot like this and you have such an overload of options early on, is there anything that in particular that's guiding your decisions, or is it, as you noted earlier, just try to be as efficient as possible?
In this scenario with easy access to the mountain, if I had a hook, I definitely would be thinking going to the mountain because it's easy to kind of grab it all. But no, I mean, this early into the Light World, Light World access, I would have done the same thing. You know, dungeons can wait until I know I have keys or the ability to beat something. Go get the density and then see where you're at. So, how efficient of an overworld route can you make? Homewrecker trying to grab that sweet spot to get that fake flipper. I think he's got it. There you are. Let's see. Khaemere jumping into the well. Gonna start grabbing the density out of Kakariko to start their route. I know in my inverted games, I have a tendency to isolate Saha really badly. Because just how I make the loop, it just kind of gets left. So if I don't see an Eastern Big or a bow, I don't even hit that area, and it can burn me. So I wonder if these runners will think to grab it. Powder sitting on the Lonely Island.
Yeah, getting around in in inverted in the light world's not always easy. So it often feels like there's something that's going to get isolated. But yeah, to your point, like if you can't go beat Eastern, you really don't want to be going there.
Home putting them here to good use. Is going to grab Catfish now. Meh. It could have been worse, I guess.
Yeah, info something at the very least, but we have not seen terribly much since that overload at the start. There's a small key in the Zora area.
Yeah, Kakariko not having a lot that we care about, so they came here to continue their route. This home's gonna go back around the other way. Khaemere with plenty of bombs, gonna go ahead and do the race game blind. I like this play, especially in Key Sanity.
Yeah, for sure. Way more likely that there will be something rather than nothing. So it'll probably just be a compass now. No, $50. Huh? You'll take it.
Yeah, you take the time to go all the way around. You're just gonna grab it.
Oh, good job by home remembering about a graveyard ledge here. That's an exciting map.
It's like a love letter just for him. Came here also remembering, oh, that's right, it's inverted and I have a mirror. Let's grab the frog.
Yeah, these little nuances trip me up every single time that I play inverted.
Yeah, it's the little things like that that you gotta try to remember and keep straight based off everything else that you're used to. If you ever need help, you can talk to Gilgamesh. He loves inverted. A proven winner.
I certainly believe that. I think Gil and I will, co-op inverted right after this. Khaemere did come out with a bottle. So that's pretty convenient location. Interesting key.
Yeah, could be useful, question mark? We'll have to see, hopefully not.
At the very least, could maybe give them access to the second item in Castle Tower.
I think Khaimere's maybe dancing around the idea of grabbing the purple chest. I think you do here, especially considering you know you're going to go south anyway.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. I did not see what was on Lumberjack.
I did not.
Yeah, the happy birthday Doc message obscured it.
Thanks, Doc.
I mean, it is his birthday, so.
That's fair.
I'll say both these players have been doing a really good job of utilizing the mirror to try to maximize the amount of things they can do efficiently here.
Yeah, with the early light world and having the mirror, efficiency definitely is the name of the game, so both runners really killing it here. I'm gonna take a small dive into the Skullwoods since he was in the Lost Woods area. Doesn't have that fire rod, but also doesn't have a sword, so...
Yeah, the lack of sword can make this room particularly obnoxious. And of course, the next mummy is just hanging right at the door.
Yeah, as it do. A little surprised Home didn't just take the hit, get the refill, but I'm sure he's fine. Alright, game, give it up. Something's got to be somewhere good, right?
They completely front loaded the seed. Now you have to go to 60 different places, get nothing before you can finally find something in like Ice Palace.
Oh, well, alright, that's fine. Well, Home's gonna go down and see that fire rod and C-shaped cave and go, well, our house, well. I mean, honestly, though, maybe it works out so he doesn't try to force Moth early on just 4 hearts.
Yeah, and he's gonna need to... I forget where Khaemere got that Skullwood Small.
Well,
Home stole that one. Of those trackers.
Yeah,
It says he has
I'd
one.
say he has one. There must have been one early.
Hmm.
Oh, was that the other key that was in Hype Cave?
It might have been, yeah. Yeah, because it was a Dark World key.
Alright, Homewrecker gonna go through there. Worthless Kakariko while we see the front of escape from Khaemere. Oh, baby. Okay, I also very much go to the school of an inverted I don't do the front of escape, so I don't get those boots ever.
Yeah, that feels like a spot that either Home is just gonna walk into here with the route going south, or it's not gonna be found for a long time, and Khaemere will have a nice boots advantage. With very little in between.
Yeah, I don't know that I can support the boots being there. It feels wrong. trying to use that hammer to figure out where they are.
Yeah, this one definitely a little bit tricky here without really much of anything to guide. Good job finding the snake with that hammer hit, though.
Yeah, I'm a fan of. You gotta be in a bottle. Let that thing go. Let it do some work for you.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay, trying to use bombs now. If you can get yourself into the right hallway, you know, there's a way that you can get lined up against the torch and then walk toward the chest, but that's the trick. Yeah, good job. Rewarded with that, but you got it.
Gil was the one who showed me a trick with that. If you have the boots, you can just dash. You'll bounce off the torch at the perfect spot and then just walk up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I had never seen that, and he did it on a restream once, and I was like, wait, that's actually brilliant.
Well, I'll throw that one on the pile now. That's a good
it's if you got it's just hold to the bottom of the hallway, dash, bounce off the torch, and it puts you in the perfect spot for it. It's great. Yeah, credit where credit's due. So, Khaemere finishing up with Hyrule Castle, gonna go back into the light world, it seems. So, probably gonna put that sword in Skullwoods off for just a wee bit. I don't think they went up into Lost. Maybe they did go up to Lost Woods, but I think they might just chase the boots here a little bit.
Oh, I didn't even realize that Homewrecker had been able to bypass a shield.
Alright, there's something on Lumberjack, right? Right.
Well, we might actually be able to see this item, so...
Oh,
Is
no!
that half magic?
God, yes.
That's sad.
Who rolled this? That is some bullshit.
Brave, that's a good item. We need that.
It's like my favorite thing. It looks like Khaemere's trying to find the right spot to mirror. That's not it. Closer? I mean, who among us has not played this exact game of, this looks like right? Nope. This looks right? Nope.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 places in this game, especially in like cross keys.
Okay,
like,
come on, game. That was dumb. That was just fine.
At this point, I'm probably just mirroring in front of the entrance. Oh, I gave him that one. Just walking around and being like, you know what, I've had enough of your nonsense game.
Yeah, this one was fine. Fine, you win.
Holmes not getting that 50 bucks.
Oh, he's got plenty. Oh.
Oh no.
Wallmaster.
Well, at least Khaemere has the fire rod.
Let me tell you how bad I want Khaemere to release that good B against Mothula. I don't know that there's a more satisfying kill in this game than good B killing Mothula. It's a thing of beauty.
How much damage does the bee actually do?
Fighter sword damage.
You know what? That's more than I actually thought it was. So.
Yeah, man, you release a couple good bees and just sit back, let them do the work. All right, looks like Home's going to finish his long loop around in the desert area, grabbing these 2 checks, so we'll see where they want to go after that. I do wonder if Khaemere's going to want to take a shot at Mothula, not knowing if this dungeon's required or not. I think I might hold out.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough fight. I know Khaemere was noted in chat by Brave that Khaemere's Hammer Blind is really ridiculously good. Hammer Moth, definitely doable, but very low health and nothing in those bottles, save for the bees, which can help, but just need to avoid dying.
Yeah, and definitely some options still. 2 keys for pod, which gets you quite a bit if you know some goofy jumps. You still have the mountain if you want to do a few things. Not much up there you can pull off, but there's some. For Khaemere, they could still go get Bonk Rocks if they want to.
I'm gonna check on the 5-6 crystals. Ice and Swamp.
Hope you like flippers. Oh, Home looks like they are going to do the front of escape. Okay.
Well, this will work out great for Homewrecker. Basically, put the 2 players back at parity. Khaemere looks like they are going to go check out some of the stuff that Home did earlier. Did we see Bumper Ledge earlier?
No?
Home
Question mark?
Oh,
you're going to want that.
Yeah.
No, go. Khaemere, go get it. Khaemere, go get it. Khaemere, go get it. Khaemere, go get it. No. Okay, good. They remembered before they jumped down.
Yeah. Just don't die to this guy. There we go.
Inverted, everyone. Yay.
I was just about to speculate that, bumper ledge is something that could easily get forgotten even after picking up that cape, but maybe with the boots that could potentially entice Home slightly more to go back to that area. But yeah, that is a nice hook shot for Khaemere.
Okay, we got to talk about this 30 minutes in. The boots are in the front of escape. Half magic is on Lumberjack Ledge. And the hook shot was on Bumper Ledge, which makes the purple chest required. The fuck is this seed, man? This is some dirty nonsense right there. Oh yeah, and Hype Cave was loaded. Like, this is everything wrong. Ask me or remind me to never ask her to roll a seed for me.
I do like Khaemere completing all of this stuff prior to considering going up the mound, because again, they've got so many options now, but don't leave these loose ends that are close by.
Yeah, the checking that hookshot, I think, really kind of reminded them, oh, I have a couple things down here to wrap up, and it didn't have a lot of value, but now you can just cross them off your mind and never think of them again. So yeah, definitely great. Good, efficient clearing before heading to the mountain.
First look at Pyramid Ledge. Oh, that's pretty nice. Crystal Mire, Pendant, Turtle Rock. Home has Ether equipped. It's a shock to no one. It's Mire time. Albeit without the big key or Samaria.
This is quite a play by Home, and I understand he pushes the love of Meyer to a weird level, but this is quite a call when you've got other things you can. Well, I guess in his mind, without checking Bumper Ledge, they may not feel like they have a ton more to do. But I mean, Pod with 3 keys still sounds better than this, right?
It would for me.
And you've got plenty of money in a bottle. Go potion unlock if you're worried about that.
Khaemere trying to knock out these castle tower checks. Does a good job finding that torch in the maze here. Didn't get much, but got them.
Yeah, you gotta get them out of the way now, and then when they inevitably come back so they can go get half magic, it'll be a little bit easier.
That does make for efficient routing, yeah.
You have no idea how sad I am.
Khaemere's got to be careful here, though. Alright, gets through the Lionels.
You know, if Home finds the key, Samaria, or both in here, we'll never hear the end of it.
Probably not, yeah. Khaemere picking up with a book.
Required of Desert's Crystal. I don't really know that yet, but...
Home has it marked as a crystal. I know one of them found a map early.
Well, then if that's the case, definitely gonna want that book, so it's a good pickup. Despite the amount of items we've found and the pretty decent amount of small keys, big keys are definitely coming up light. Nice flippers.
Yeah, for sure. It's still just that ice big that they found immediately.
well now.
Ice Rod for Pendant Turtle Rock, you say? And another shield that home gets to dodge.
Khaemere choosing not to rescue the old man when they got to the mountain with the flute. Not a complete backbreaker, but it is an item that will be orphaned for a little bit.
Khaemere, gotta be careful again.
A really nice clip there by Homewrecker.
Yeah, home hasn't found anything here in Mire, though.
Bow, potentially useless big key and paradox. Meh.
Khaemere has pulled bow and flippers from this thus far, though, so that's pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely the strong play. Home's gonna need to get back and grab that hook shot sometime soon. One of the worst things that Home could find right now, honestly, is mitts. That would get him access to the mountain area without the hook. It would just delay that even longer.
Oh, good point, yeah.
And for Khaemere, they need to hope that this Ether Tablet does nothing, because getting back here and inverted is trash. Uh-oh.
Thieves?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't know that that's required, but hopefully they can pull a sword from somewhere in Hera, because... especially because if it's inverted, getting back to that tablet is not fun.
Well, we're finding big keys, technically, I guess. Do you recall where Khaemere got the Hera basement key? Somewhere that home has not been thus far. Either way, he's going to be able to make use of it here.
Was that just in Super Bunny or something? I think it's relatively recent.
It was definitely fairly recent.
Oh, it's a hookshot cave.
Oh, okay. Oh, Bonk Rocks is what
Oh, no, thank
a
you.
couple folks are noting. Yeah.
Alright. Pray to whatever deity you pretend to believe in, that there is something here, because it's home. And we all deserve this.
Yeah. It's nice enough, but...
I mean, it's a convenience, yeah, that's wonderful, but...
Home did pull off a nice Mimic Clip-In Pod and was rewarded with some dishonest garbage, so...
Yeah, that was very clean. Yeah, we can backbreak on Home because he's our friend all we want, but let's give credit where credit's due. That he can clip really, really well.
For sure.
Pod so far been pretty dead too.
Yeah. It's a pendant, yay.
So, Ari, where are you going right now? Look at Khaemere's massive amount of goodies. Where are you going next? Because I know where I want to go.
I would highly consider ice.
Yeah, that's 100% where I would be going next. You've got the flippers, you've got a hammer, you got a glove, you got a fire rod, and now you have a big and small key that's got to have what's next.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they can like think about the pyramid and just bag that extra sword just to make their life a little bit easier, but yeah.
Yeah, both players have actually really comparable rupee counts, but way more than enough to afford a potion or two just to be safe to guard against the relative lack of firepower.
We do see that home found the map for Pod, and it is up in it, because of course it is. Khaemere also remembering their inverted lessons, and it's gonna get into the back of TR. Okay.
So definitely take the free silvers.
Yeah, good laser skips. Yep, very good laser skips.
Yeah, that trip there very worth it for Khaemere. And that mail upgrade, getting silvers, has the potential to clear multiple dungeons right now. Much less worry of getting knocked out with a single hit.
Right. They could have done some mountain wrapping to try to get up and to Mimic Cave and chain chops and stuff like that in TR, but I think having the number of dungeons you can just clear now, this is fine.
Khaemere remembering picking up that Skullwood's big key too. Check in on that. Home has not found much of anything in these dungeon dives. I'm gonna get a look at Saha, but
yeah, it really feels like this scene's gonna go through that hook shot. They need to remember they haven't looked at that. Oh, and Eastern's the other pendant. Okay, so we will need that Thieves' Town big.
Yep, there's our full dungeon knowledge. So let's see where home goes. This could be checking in on those options.
Yeah, I could see this grabbing Bonk Rocks maybe, and then mirroring and looking at Lumberjack, hopefully. Or maybe just thinking this is how they want to get to the... Well, no, they wouldn't get to the mountain this way. That's silly.
Whom does not have magic?
Yes!
The
yes,
bee is
Khaemere.
out.
Yes!
The bee is out.
Yes!
Killed him.
Yes!
Bee
I'm
killed
good.
him.
I'm good.
Oh, a sword.
I'm good. Brave, thanks for letting me do comms. Arya, you got this for the rest of it. I don't need to be here any longer.
Bee killed Moth. That's great. He gets to celebrate too. Look at that.
Brave, it can't get better. That was amazing.
It was a great moment in Link to the Past rando history.
Khaemere looks like they may be going right back for that ether tablet, knowing that key is there. I'm not against that, especially knowing what we know now with Pendants. Nevermind.
Yeah, Khaemere doesn't have that full knowledge, but I still would not have been opposed in any way to him, to them grabbing that big key. Khaemere's gonna do some of the light world junk stuff that we saw on home side.
Yeah, they died in Mini Moldorm Cave much earlier, so they're just gonna mop this check up at least. Maybe do the Zora area with the flippers now.
That would definitely make sense. As we know, the home really does need to get that hook shot. This would allow him to close back in 2-1 in crystals, but Khaemere has cleared a lot of stuff up on that mountain, in addition to the Hero beat.
Home, I notice you have 2 bees in your bottles. Could I suggest using the bee to kill Mothula? Hammer, so basic. I mean, yeah, good fight. You did a great job. Alright, Khaemere putting those boots to good use, setting up that water walk, just gonna skip across the lake. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. May see them pick up that powder on the way back down. I definitely would. If you're gonna give me a safety like that free, I'm gonna take it.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was a little bit different calculus for home early when he was fake flippering. If you're already swimming back out here, might as well.
Alright, here's how I'm gonna grab a peek at that hook shot and think, could have had that earlier.
Hey, like, oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is really good for Homewrecker. He definitely needs that. Does have a sword advantage. We may not see Khaemere go to the pyramid for a while if they keep on this path. And the difference between Temporary and Master is pretty significant, so it's not something to be overlooked.
So here's the Ice Palace play from Khaemere.
Yeah, I have to believe this is the next step, right?
It really does feel like it.
But Khaemere, being smarter than us, has realized something that we haven't. So we'll just wait. Oh yeah, it doesn't have Samaria, so just gonna, with plenty of money, just gonna grab the upgrade to the bombs. I'm not against that. That's a pretty handsome play.
And some extra silvers for good measure.
I thought maybe Khaemere was thinking a potion, just because, you know, Ice Palace can be a little dicey. Has the Bombos, so shouldn't be in too bad a shape to be caught unaware before Cold Stare. But for anyone who doesn't play a ton of Inverted, the devs have been incredibly generous in this mode. So from Link's house in the Dark World, if you go to the shop that's next to Dark Lake Hylia, that shop vendor will always sell blues at the same price that the potion shop does. So definitely something to keep in mind if you're wanting to fill your bottles.
Yeah, I think it was Ed who told me about that the first time, and I put it to great use when he beat me by like 50 minutes in MMM. So.
Oh yeah, I use that thing, especially considering same thing with it being inverted. Getting to Ice Palace just requires the flippers and a fire source to get in, so you can just walk right by it before you head this direction. But home up in Paradox Cave, gonna grab the bounty on the mountain, and then I would guess probably take care of Hera as well. So what is in here? I will take Swamp Small.
That would open up a good amount of things.
Great FBBJ there from Khaemere. Oh, you are anything in particular you want to see in Ice Palace?
I'm trying to figure out what would what would be the most interesting thing to have pop here and open stuff up.
DR Big.
DR Big would be pretty good. Minutes.
Nah, we don't care about those. That only opens up King's Tomb, so come here.
Yeah, that's not terribly interesting. That's a funny key.
That could be fun. Yeah, neither runner's been to the back of Thieves Town though, so that's alright.
Hey, Home's about to pick up that Thieves Big right now.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a benefit for Home, knowing that Thieves Town is required, because they have the Crystal Pendant information, and not having to trek back here. That will be a time save for Homewrecker.
Yeah, Home does have a greater understanding of the Crystal Pendant layout compared to Khaemere, although Khaemere just keeps beelining it to Crystal Dungeon, so it's been working out anyway.
And with as empty as Pod and Easton were, if Khaemere can figure out their pendants and kind of avoid that area, they'll save a ton of time. Alright, as Homewrecker heads toward their Moldorm fight, and Khaemere does the inevitable walk to Cold Stare. Okay, delay for that check. We want to shout out our restreamer. Thanks, Scottish Brave, for putting this match on and letting Ari and I talk. If you're a fan of Lamp as she is, why don't you consider giving her a follow and saying thanks for putting her channel up for us?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so fun that got a bunch of tournaments going on. This one just started, a few others coming up soon. And a lot of folks, Brave included, putting on these restreams. Home has beaten Hera. He skipped the basement thus far.
His love for the basement being well documented, that's a little surprising to me.
I know. Alright, so yeah, this is where the lack of having a potion on hand is a little time consuming for Khaemere. He's doing a solid job of keeping distance from the puffs, but even Master Sword spins can take a while here. This guy just won't die. Finally.
It's like the most determined cold steel puff ever.
You evaded all the damage that felled the other two. Was there anything in there besides mitts?
Nope.
Well, that's fun.
I don't know that there's a lot for Khaemere to do that's not Pod Eastern area, unfortunately. He does have some gross stuff like... Okay, does seem that... Okay, they can get into desert. Can't do a ton in there. They have stuff like Magic Bat. Bleh. Can go back and get that Thieves' Town big and do that instead. So they have options. They just gotta, work it out.
Yeah, you have additional gross stuff like Spike Cave. There's a measure of stuff that they could potentially do in TR2, correct?
Oh yeah.
This is my lack of inverted routing knowledge showing through, being like, the tracker says I can do stuff.
Yeah, so they can jump down and do Mimic Cave, and then mirror into the Dark World and go in by the big chest, use the hook shot to get over that gap, and then get Lava Chest and Chain Chomps.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna get to see what this key is on the Zora area too. Oh, and this game. Well, it's a key. Home is apparently in a very challenging dark room.
Yeah, it's called adulthood. Seeing that TR big, knowing there's a couple things you can do up there, and you need to go back for that Ether Tablet to grab the Thieves' Town big, I'm not against that play. Counting Mimic Cave, there's 4 things in TR you can do and a required big key.
I mean, that seems better than, well, again, we also know that Pod sucked, so Khaemere does have a good amount of keys to Pod, plus both bows, but well, they're making their way back up the mountain, so this has the potential to work out well. I'm seeing double 4 Khaimeres.
Well, it looks like Home decided to dip into TR and found the desert small.
Will he survive the chain jumps? Only time will tell.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Well, I have an inkling that it's impossible that Mushroom was somewhere up in the chest.
I was just about to say the same thing. I'm poring over his tracker, being like, "Do I see anything different?"
So
He's like, it's Mushroom. That's the answer. Not much else in the way of keys. So, say for the Desert Big, we saw him just get. Oh, Quake. That's a medallion.
Don't think we need that. Spike Gave once again proving why it's the most useless overworld check. The double fireballer of the overworld.
Moth and Logic though, so that's pretty exciting.
I'm just gonna get his sword.
I'm just gonna get his thrilling TR Big and Meyer Small. Well, Khaemere can clear out Thieves Town here for what would be their 4th crystal.
So what do we need? We need a Mire Big, we need a Desert Big, we need Samaria, Swamp Small, and GT Big.
Yeah, that's about it. And Khaemere currently holding a 1 crystal lead, but has the potential to push it to 2 here. I thought this just looked like. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab that bombo. I mean the powder first for ice. Oh, Swamp Small. All right. So yeah, things lining up very well for Khaemere right now.
Yeah, Khaemere's routing and then the ability to catch a glimpse at that hook shot when they did, really paying dividends now. And with progression kind of being like on the path right now, Homewrecker really needs something obscure to be out of the way to kind of start clawing their way back.
I'm trying to think. I mean, Khaemere really doesn't have any reason to get distracted by anything other than going to Swamp directly after this.
Yeah, Swamp would have to be pretty dry of any direct progression for them to eventually go to that area, but Swamp definitely has to be their next play, I would think.
Again, I mean, this is Crystal 4. That would be Crystal 5.
Khaemere dipping Desert without the small key, and then the small key having whatever's next, forcing them to like Pot Eastern to give Home time to catch back up is an option. Because I would guess we're going to see Home go into Thieves Town right after this, already having the big key.
Yeah, for sure.
Khaemere putting on a small display of how good they are with Hammer Blind before switching to the sword to put them out of their misery. Lifting up crystal number 4.
Home's having to loop around here in Ice Palace to try to collect everything in one go.
Would you like to know why?
Lack of our friend Samaria and Smokey.
No. The small key that's in Hera basement.
No, oh, that's right. That's where that was. Oh man.
And I'm sure he's gonna say, "Oh, I don't care. Screw that key." Ha ha ha. But I mean, clearly, it's a time. Alright, Khaemere with the big and small key for swaps. Give me a full clear of this. Doesn't. Oh, wait. Hold on. Where was Samaria?
Was that on blind?
Was that on blind?
I legit missed it. It seems like a significant thing to have found, and also missed.
Oh yeah, Shin confirming. Okay, well, get it. Alright, make with the big keys and we're out of here. Shoutouts to backup tracker Blind, or Shin and Iceman for paying attention when we're not.
I mean, home has to be thorough here, but this is having to route ice this way just doesn't feel great when you have to do it. Three bigs from go. I think you definitely. I would want to be thorough here in Swamp Palace. Khaemere's making good, very strong time in this seed too. So.
Yeah, I think you have to because there's no other dungeon you can complete after this. So you're gonna start dipping stuff you don't like. So you might as well just clear this first and hope you even find one big key. Having Samaria now, though, Khaemere can full clear TR.
That is true, yeah. And so home lost a decent amount of time in ice from how he had to route it, but he made up a good amount on the boss fight. Having that extra sword definitely helped him compared to Khaemere. He's still chasing one crystal that he's gonna grab here in Thieves' Town most likely. As Khaemere is on the on the path to number 5 though.
Yeah, but knowing what they're gonna find here, Home's gonna follow right behind them in the swamp.
Yep. Oh, good.
No, no. No.
How exciting. Another big key to a pendant dungeon.
Yeah, and Khaemere has not been in that dungeon or that area at all, so... Should there be something hiding there or on the boss, it would be incredible, because Home's not going over there for a long time. We're trying to set up some double hooks on those spins. It's not as easy as a lot of runners make it seem, so...
Yeah, for sure. And Khaemere's had enough of their nonsense. Hook to silver them, just, you know what.
Yeah, hook to silver with quick sup is definitely an option. Does have to be a little bit careful. I've seen more than my fair share of mirrors in this fight.
Oh, it's Argus down. And nothing of substance here in Swamp, save for Crystal. Khaemere doesn't actually know that that is their second 5/6. They could probably just check the menu to find that out.
Let me tell you, I am shocked there was nothing in the swamp.
I
would have
am
bet
too,
there would have
yeah.
been something in there.
First look at Bombo's tablet, I believe.
Malkina, who gives a crap?
That's all of them, Smile.
Great, amen.
So we did see these couple of checks that Khaemere's doing on home side early.
Oh, baby.
I don't remember.
There's a better
home
chance than not
that.
that we're going to want that big key, but yeah, Home did not check that.
Interesting.
Home does have the Desert Small that Khaemere does not, so they may head over here having a little more density to play with anyway.
Yes, as you noted earlier, something being in the right side of desert is absolutely something that would be a big positive for Home Wrecker at this point.
Yes, Khaemere, second cast tower key. Go get the half magic. It's worth the investment, buddy. You killed Multiloy with a B. You're the de facto winner, in my opinion, anyway. Just. So what do you think? Big key required, yeah? Is this one of the ones we need?
Eastern?
Who wants to pull the pedestal?
That's gross.
Well, if Khaemere didn't have a lot of incentive to go to that area of the world, they do now.
Dear goodness.
Between the green, there's like 21 checks over there now between the green pendant and both dungeons. That's terrible. So Khaemere is going to give Homewrecker some time back and dip into Mire.
Yeah, at this stage, I don't know. I would feel honestly more confident about this play, this stage, if I was one thing from being able to clear this dungeon, as opposed to the big key and Samaria. Oh no, he's got Samaria. Never mind.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, I keep forgetting that they picked up Samaria because they were missing that for so long. Yeah, so yeah, I absolutely see this play.
Yeah, being in this area and having the mayor just to come in here, I 100% get this play. We just know that Homewrecker did this before, so it's by the time they're done with this, they will be even on crystals. And Home has done the eastern part of the world. Now, didn't have the big keys to finish anything that was over there. But they're not going to have much left either outside of desert, so.
Yeah, the pod, basically what pod stuff, eastern stuff, TR stuff. Just pick your poison at the pendant dungeons.
Right, and for Home, having dipped all three of those areas, it'll be very interesting which one they pick. Whereas Khaemere has dipped none of them. So it's kind of the same thing. I mean, if you know that Green Pendant is Eastern, and I don't think they do, you would... Oh, yes, they map check, so they do know that.
Yeah, I mean, for Khaemere having not been there at all, that pod Eastern combo feels like it makes the most sense.
Honestly, having not touched any of those dungeons at all, if I'm Khaemere, I go check the pedestal first.
That's very fair.
Because you're missing 3 big keys, so if you know where one's at, it may speed up what you're trying to do.
That's true, yeah.
Homewrecker once again showing the power of the Tempered Sword over the Master Sword. Smashing through Argus in just one cycle. Yeah, pedestal has not been checked, and neither runner knows what's on the pedestal. So the Thieves Town Small was in Bonk Rocks. If Home read Ped, I missed it.
I don't remember him reading it, but I also don't remember them picking up Samaria initially, so, you know.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of conflicted whether they did or didn't. I don't know. So I can't say for sure if they did or did not. Alright, this will be very interesting if there's anything on the right side of desert. If this is desert big on the right side of desert, this is pretty devastating stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
That sweet comp ass we needed.
They've been looking for that. 20
bucks. We can't have anything nice.
Home's gonna get the Eastern big. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, he's gonna just see it. I can just hear it now. No, no, not that. What? I've already been there.
Also, they've covered a huge portion of this seed and nobody's found the lamp.
Lamps and TR.
It's yeah,
Lamp
probably.
just between TR and ice. I swear that's where the lamp lives half the time. And speaking of lamp, if you love lamp, then give a shout out and thanks to Scottish Brave for putting her channel up for this race. Thanks a lot for letting us palm and goof off.
So home cleared a good amount of pod.
Home did everything except, I think, Big Key Chest and then the Big Key locked areas.
Okay.
Okay, here's the pet check it looks like from Homewrecker. Maybe getting King's Tomb at the same time, we'll see. Nope, pet sucks.
Oh, is that the Mire leg?
Ha ha! Nice. Oh, he was so close. So close to grabbing that shield. Oh.
So if you're in Khaemere's spot here, how much does that Mire bake change the calculus for you?
Because it's inverted and getting back to Eastern sucks so bad, and Eastern is green, I still finish off Eastern before I go back to Mire. Nice shovel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so tough, especially having just taken that dive into Mire. It's a whopping 2 items, and then you're just going back and forth. Definitely makes sense to try to stick it out and pull as much as you can here.
Home's got to have the idea to go back into that dungeon now. It was not fun. But, yeah, that's the other question. I think what Shin was saying is a good point, too. And let's say you pull the Desert Big out of here. Do you just play the game of, all right, GT Big's just in GT, let's go?
I mean, I think I would at that stage.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Especially because they found all 4 small keys to GT. You know, worst case, you go and backtrack for it. But
Homewrecker pulls Excalibur from the tomb. Let's see Khaemere going through the dark. Oh, they're caught in that one divot when you're trying to route backwards that if you don't go over enough, it just kind of catches you. It's the worst.
Yeah, even after having done this maze at this point probably hundreds of times, I still always have the dark room map up on the side, just in case
Same.
you get caught for a split second, you know, rather than fumble around and be like, I know better. It's like, not necessarily.
This and Aga 1. I don't care how many times I've done it. I have to have it up. Khaemere deciding not to go kill Helmassar. I actually would have done the same. I would not have chased that boss at this point.
Pyramid Fair, there's our lamp. That's
wow!
Hey.
What a stupid lamp location.
Fire locking fire.
Not just that, but everything that led to that has to be not blocked by darkness too. Like, that's wild. But Home, not having a lot left, is gonna come up in here and clear these 2 dungeons. So they will grab their Mire Big too. There it is, Big Juicer.
He does say that.
No, I didn't say the lamp was stupid. I said the location was stupid. Think about that.
There's been a lot of pro-lamp sentiment.
Yeah. What the hell?
Very. I was like, Talon's been exceptionally pro-lamp.
Thank you, Arya.
You're welcome. Now,
I have to admit, Pyramid Fairy for a lamp is outrageous, because how many things can't be lamp locked to get to Pyramid Fairy?
Yeah. Both Home and Khaemere here in Eastern. These are all new checks. Home only checked 3 things the first time through.
Home record demonstrating the power of the lamp. Praise the sun.
Oh.
Okay, now this is what sucks for Homewrecker. They came into Eastern earlier and chose to stay in Logic and didn't push that chest.
Yeah, that's not great for Home.
Well, and here's the other thing too. Khaemere now can now get into GT. I agree with finishing Eastern because it's green. Like that, I'm fine with. But I would suspect after this they just race out of here. Yeah, Home can't leave because they're still missing the Mire Big. But even from Khaemere's side, if it's on Green Pendant, you're never ever coming back here. You might as well just finish this for 2 checks. Just to try to avoid the GT clear for nothing. Now, I believe it's in GT, like it kind of feels like that's where you need to go. But for Khaemere, they also may just be looking for a sword.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Because the Home does now presently have a 2-sword advantage. We obviously know where they are, but they're trying to think if Pyramid would even be a thing. You could conceivably mirror a top Hyrule castle and check Pyramid, but...
Well, that's a great shout, actually.
So Home's about to get Mire Big here.
I would suspect they will bail immediately. Yeah, exactly. And all of a sudden, we got a real race.
Yeah, and I think this sword advantage now is something that could.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Could
huge
be
advantage,
important.
frankly.
Is GT Big Key always in GT? I don't think it is in this mode,
No,
right?
not in this mode.
Yeah,
No.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, the GT Big King, I think in the last race I watched was in the Pod Big Chest. And one runner assumed it was in GT, and the other one found it before, and it was what the difference was.
Oh boy.
So are you checking anything in this dungeon, or are you just clearing and going for GT?
I mean, given that they've both cleared the vast majority of it, and the way in which they have to enter Desert and Mire, I wouldn't hate checking the 2 big chests.
Yeah, I don't think I hate that either, because, I mean, it's not exactly on the way, but it's not out of the way.
No, it's no cutscene chest, for sure.
Now, I am 100% guilty of over-clearing anyway, so, I mean...
Same.
But yeah, I mean, especially in it, because it's inverted, you're gonna walk right past the Desert Big Chest. Yeah, we're definitely gonna see the swords really come into play now.
Khaemere's timer's still running. I wonder if their game just froze or something with the feed.
They're just giving Homewrecker a chance.
That's being a good sport right there. Alright, so nothing in either of the 2 big chests. So I think for the first time in this match, Homewrecker has the crystal advantage.
Yeah, and honestly, outside of some stuff like getting to Thieves Town big, their first trip around, and the sword advantage, they definitely have cleared more checks than Khaemere, so it's really just come down to that sword and the execution that goes with it.
Yeah, Home has definitely been able to have a few easier boss fights compared to Khaemere.
Yeah, much quicker and stronger boss fights have really played a big part in this.
And if the GT Big Key winds up being in GT as well, I mean, the climb on Gold Sword versus Master Sword can really add even more time to what would probably be an advantage here for Homewrecker.
Yeah, and as you stated earlier, unless Khaemere decides to check the pyramid, you know, as they're getting ready to fall into Ganon, they're not going to get another sword.
Yeah, basically the only avenue I guess you could see aside from that is if GT Big Key is not in GT and then they both go searching the world, but at that point, again, Home has probably got an advantage anyway, so...
Well, and I mean, not just that, but because we love Lamp in this channel, because I would never say anything bad about it, just look at Mire Basement. Home had the lamp and was able to tear right through it. I don't care how good of a runner you are, Dark Mire Basement sucks.
That is true, yeah. So yeah, both players, 6 crystals, home.
Home showing us how to not have a land mode fight with silvers. There you go, and that's how you do it. See, it's all about education. We know Homewrecker are a strong proponent of the American education system.
That is true, yeah. So that's 7 crystals on the board for home. Can head to GT. Can't imagine that there's really anything that you could potentially check here prior to that.
Oh, you want to do a non-official big key guessing game, considering it may or may not be here?
Sure, Mimic Cave.
Surely Home did Mimic Cave when they did TR checks. We just didn't see it because he was...
Oh, then, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I can't imagine they didn't.
Then we'd have to file an appeal. That's a whole messy deal. Alright, is there anything funny where it could be otherwise? Shovel?
No, they found the shovel and checked it. Shovel was on Magic Bet.
I didn't know if they actually checked it.
Yeah, it was a compass.
Oh, typical shovel.
Well, they didn't have Samaria when they were in TR, so it could be on Trinex or any of the front 3. That's kind of the only things left.
It could be on
I really think we've seen everything else.
Helmasaur.
Ooh, Helmasaur, yeah.
Did they save Gary? You know,
No. Well, Home could have, but I know
Yeah,
Khaemere didn't. Oh my god. That would be the best. No, it's just a freaking rando room or something. Filet. Alright, DM room taking a page out of Hype Cave's book, because that sucked.
yeah, I'm not sure Home's got enough GT keys.
Not enough for this damn room.
I don't know the backstory behind Double Fire Bar, other than that's a thing.
It's because it's never anything there. It's a freaking waste of time and a key. It's just useless. Like, all the time that you waste freaking going in there, the key you have to burn, the logic... Like, it cross keys, you gotta think, do I have enough keys for this? No, because it's just a trash room. It serves zero purpose to anything going on in anyone else's life.
Fair. Yeah, it's a stick.
I can't even insult it by saying something like it's the blue boomerang of rooms, because at least the blue boomerang has a purpose.
Crystal number 7 for Khaemere, by the way. He did a nice job with
Yep, the Gray Silver's fight.
they did. Yep. And getting through those dark rooms too.
Rando room.
Rando room.
Alright.
Alright.
Tiberius counterpoint. That's not possible because nothing has ever been there.
Khaemere just what? Having an inverted moment here.
Yeah, I don't know how much experience Khaemere has with inverted, but up until now they've made a lot of really good inverted plays and calls. So this definitely feels like a, muscle memory kind of a thing.
Yeah, I think so. Khaemere plays a lot of modes that I won't touch, and they're very good at them. So this could just be
or it's just they're looking for the GTV key.
They could.
They're opening for TR, so I wonder if they're gambling it's not in GT, gambling their opponent went for it and is now trying to play the odds. I don't. Okay, never mind. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Even if you think that you might be, a theoretical underdog against Homewrecker, I would still be pushing the areas of the greater density. But I mean, Khaemere's played an excellent game thus far.
Yeah, they've definitely skipped the things that they needed to when they needed to. And really hit the route, finding that hook shot very early, deciding to dip Hyrule Castle first to get the boots. Was able to fall into the mountain and all those items to clear dungeons. And not find the keys like the Desert Small that could have led them astray. It really has come down to the sword advantage that Home has had for quite a while. Because Home was very late to the hookshot comparatively. And so they dipped some stuff like the eastern pod area first before finding it.
Yeah, there's a solid portion of this seed in which Khaemere was holding a multiple dungeon or multiple crystal advantage.
Yeah, agree. But all the things that they skipped, they ended up having to go back and do. So like for pod, Home having already been in there, as soon as they found the key, was able to bamf out, and there's a couple checks they didn't have to do. Stuff like that.
Yeah, we found out where Home found that mushroom, though. Good old lava chest.
Oh, Homewrecker disrespecting the relegation chest. Wow.
I was about to say the same thing. My goodness.
Yeah, unfortunately for Khaemere, nothing they find in here is going to help them head to GT, but there's still plenty of things that can distract them, like the Desert Small. Really good Agatune fight from Homewrecker.
Yeah, very solid. And in really outstanding position to just handle Ganon here. Gold sword, silvers, stuff in bottles if you absolutely need it.
Yeah, I can't imagine that Khaemere is playing for the pedestal here, or else they would have finished off Helmassar when they were in that area.
No, and again though, if you were playing for the pedestal, I mean, I would have at least checked it because it saves you a good amount of. I don't know.
No, you're 100% right, because if it's inverted, in this scenario, you would have just immediately gone to Trinex. You never would have done the big chest or anything like that. So you're exactly right.
That's true, yeah.
Checking it would have been much quicker.
I'm trying to set up a double. Gets it.
And pin cushions the pig. Get your GGs in chat for Homewrecker.
I'm going to finish first here with an official race time, GG time of 1:45.26. Khaemere put in a forfeit right about when Trinex is smacking him. But yeah, nice win for Home. Good comeback in the middle of that seed, and Home and Dr. Earworm, advancing to the second week here in Survivors of Hyrule for Team Doc's Birthday Brigade.
Let's see if the runners want to come hang out for a little bit. We're joined at least by home record, GG.
GG's.
Oh, GG's.
Hey, bud, strong.
Imagine racing for 40 minutes thinking, oh, I've lost this.
Hey, let me tell you, if we're being honest, that hook shot put you pretty far behind.
Yep. As soon as I found that, I'm like, oh, well, that's it for me. I'm probably done.
Yeah, at one point, I think it was 4-1 crystal-wise. 3-1, and they were working on their fourth.
Oh, jeez.
But what it honestly came back down to is they eventually had to go into Pot and Eastern 2, so they cleared what you had already done, giving you that time back.
Okay.
And more importantly, they never got off Master Sword, where you had a sword advantage on them for a very, very, very long time. And so your boss fights really made up a ton of time.
That checks out, yeah.
So, and then...
I don't even remember. I remember 2 swords and Skullwoods. That's what I remember.
There was
Pyramid Ledge.
Yeah, 1 sword in Skullwoods, 1 on Mothula, 1 on Pyramid Ledge, and 1 in Kingston.
Okay.
And you
Pyramid
going
Ledge,
up to
that's right.
getting that late lamp helped because it made your mire faster. Like, it was just a lot of little things that really pushed your execution toward the top, and it ended up making all the difference. So, you both were headed to Mire Desert at the exact same time to finish it off.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
They did Desert first, but I think you did Mire first, or vice versa, or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Yeah.
And so you guys, I mean, you were literally at the same point at that point, and it was like, unless the GT Big's in a bad spot, the sword was going to carry you, and that's when you just separated it.
Yeah, I mean, and I was just telling Khaemere in the race room, like, I was very worried about that GT Big key, so I dove right in there, and I was hoping it would be there, because I didn't like the prospect of other places it would have been, so...
Yeah, we were wondering if you both were kind of in that GT mindset, because it really felt like that was the next step.
Yeah.
And you felt directly where I don't know if they felt behind or if they just decided to gamble. This is the choice I'm going to make right now. But obviously you made the right one.
Yeah, I 100% felt behind, like, after finishing my 7th crystal, so I was like, if it's not here, then I'm probably cooked. Like, that's going to be it for me.
Yeah, it was actually you were chasing in the crystal count for the entirety of the seed, but the Mire was the first time you actually pushed in front. And at that point,
wow.
yeah, at that point you actually had a pretty sizable advantage. If you had both gone to GT with that sword advantage too, probably would have been pretty lopsided. But Khaemere did make that I think he was making a gamble for the big key being outside of GT. And doing some of those ugly checks that you alluded to. But yeah, I think it was a very good job of fighting back in that seed. And as you noted, the cape leading to hookshot then unlocked so much, and so you were following Khaemere's steps for a while, but the execution, picking up that sword really helped make things efficient, and you made great use of it. Is another key thing that's not to get lost. And just did a really good job of running Khaemere down, but it was a really good race to watch.
That's good. Thank you very much for that. Like, holy cow! I feel like I need to go back and watch this one for sure, because those hard charges from behind are always entertaining.
Yeah, you both did a great job of having good diversity when you went into the light world. Khaemere died in Mini Muldarn Cave, and then decided to start elsewhere. And then from then on out, until you guys met up going for your last crystals, you never were together.
Yeah, I could see
So
that. Like,
that was super nice for us.
Well, yeah, I guess that's lucky. I mean, with Inverted, I don't know if there's a right way to route the overworld. You just try to get as much as you can in one go, but they gave us that access really quickly too. Like, I didn't know, because I think I dove to the light world right away after getting the Merle. I didn't know what Khaemere would do with that. So I was kind of interested if that would have bought me any time at all. I mean, those were easy things to get, but there was so much more that you could go and do first. And I wasn't sure how he would route like the opening. If he would just do kind of like a standard inverted thing and hit up Skullwoods and Vu, or like go straight to try to get into Pod or what. I wasn't sure. So
Yeah, they followed into light world pretty quickly with you. Like, there was almost no separation there, because we were commenting that the front of that scene was outrageously loaded with items. And the overworld of the light world was dead. Like, there was nothing there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't. Was the cape in Hyrule Castle?
No, the cape was on Purple Chest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this scene was wild. We commented on it earlier that Hype Cave was absolutely loaded. Purple Chest was required. Lumberjack had half magic, and that's a slap in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you had outrageous early light world access. Like, it was all these things were just dumb. Like, what a weird scene to start with.
Yeah, very weird. Boots, and I remember the boots were in Hyrule Castle, so that was.
Oh yeah, that
I remember
nonsense.
getting those. Yeah, it was like I remember seeing that and cape somewhere in my light world routing, and then I don't remember. I remember seeing that cape and like, my dumbass didn't check and see what this thing is, and then just forgot about it. Like, oh, we'll just last locate that, or almost last locate that, and yeah. That hookshot was dumb. Sorry, that's what I'm getting at here. It was dumb and it stressed the heck out of me.
Yeah, but GG, man. Good job. Way to pull it back and get another win for your team. Happy birthday, Doc.
Oh yes, happy birthday, Doc. I forgot to say that. I'm contractually actually required to say that on the restream if I was in the interview. So, Doc, I said it.
I am going to ding you a little bit because Khaemere was able to kill Mothula with a bee. And you didn't even try, so...
Did I even have a bee? Hold on.
Oh, yes, you did.
You had two of them, my guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did dump those for potions at some point after that.
Khaemere's beard got the kill shot.
Okay.
It
got
was,
the
you know
kill
what?
shot.
Magnificent. It was so great.
That's fair. I'll take the docking for that.
You did dodge the Ice Palace Monkey and Hair Base with those, so...
Yes, you know, I actually wanted to mention that quickly. I very much thought about going down there. After I killed Moldorm, I went back in and I was like, oh, I don't want to leave this here. I don't know if either of you heard about the Influkeys War for Hyrule race yesterday, but there was a required item in that basement, and that was very much on my mind. I think the only reason I said never mind was because I didn't have the Harabig, so I thought, well, I'll come back if I get the Harabig and do it then. Thankfully, that never happened.
Either runner found that. Yeah, I had no clue where that thing's hanging out.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gotta be like the front of TR or something. All right. Anything else, Tom, you want to add?
No. Thanks for picking this up so we could get restreamed. I appreciate the both of you stepping up for that. Thank you, Brave, for helping out as well.
Yeah, thank you very much, Arya Stark, for
GG's to
coming in and
Khaemere.
helping out. Glad to be able to comment with you one more time. And again, shout out to Brave for letting us use your channel and everyone else. And GG's to you, home. Good luck to your team in the next round. I'm good, so Arya, you can take us out.
Yeah, again, thanks for commentating. This was a lot of fun. Great show put on by Khaemere and Homewrecker. And again, the plus side for both these teams, Doc's Birthday Brigade, the Hyruledivers too, is that they both still have folks alive for the second week of Survivors of Hyrule, which is real nice. Yeah, and again, thanks again for Brave for setting up the restream, getting everything going. I think we're about to raid Speed Gaming Francais, if we say that right. I speak French, great. And yeah, hope everyone has a great night. Brave has promised more fun restreams in the future. So thanks again to everybody.
Thanks, everyone.